Hey, this is Cameron McKenzie. I'm the editor-in-chief over at theserverside.com. You can follow me on Twitter at CameronMCNZ. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to merge from master into any branch on GitLab, whether it's a protected branch or just a feature branch that a developer may have created. And this is a bit of a contrast from the last tutorial I did, which was kind of the opposite, which is how do you go from any branch into master. So here I'm going to show you two different ways to merge from master into any branch on GitLab. As with all things, it starts off by first logging into GitLab. So I'll open up the GitLab user interface here, sign in with root. And once I've signed in, I'm going to go to my GitLab Made Easy project, take a look at the repository for this particular project, and specifically look at some of these branches. Now notice I've got a fun feature branch and I've got a release branch. At the end of this exercise, I'd like to merge master into fun feature, and I'd like to merge master into release. And that will prove out a couple of different ways to merge from master into another branch. Now, in order to do a merge, you have to have something to merge, which means the branch that you're merging from, in this case master, it needs to have something interesting for you to pull in. So one of the things I'm going to do to kick off this example is just create a new file in this folder. So this is the master branch. Well, it thinks it's all smart being the master. I'm going to go to the web IDE in GitLab, and I'm going to create a new file, and I'll call it phd.html, something even smarter than someone with a master's degree. I'll click commit. I'll commit this to the master branch. I'll leave that commit message there as it is. And now my GitLab Made Easy master branch has 7 different files in it. Well, and that's certainly different from what I've got in the branch named Fun Feature. So if I look in the Fun Feature branch, I've got 5 files in it. Okay, so how can I actually merge from master into fun feature? Well, this is one approach for doing a merge, and this type of merge is going to be especially pertinent if the branch that you're merging from master into isn't protected. So notice fun feature here doesn't have the green protected flag on it. So in order to do this, I'm going to go to the client machine. Now it's the local machine, but you can imagine this is the client. I'm going to move into my GitLab Made Easy directory. Take a look at my status. I'm on master. 6 files are there. That's because my local Git repository is not synchronized with the server. So I'm going to do a little git pull here. Looks like it says, hey, we're pulling in this phd.html file. I'll do an ls. Now make sure you do this pull from the master directory if you're in it, or master branch. If you're in a different branch and you do the pull, it may not pull that down for you. But here we go. My master branch has now been merged with what's on the server. I have now 7 different files in there. Now notice that I've been doing local development on a feature branch called Fun Feature. I'm going to git checkout Fun Feature. And you'll notice I've only got 5 files in this Fun Feature branch. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to merge from master into this feature branch. And all I have to do is say git merge master. Click ls. And all of a sudden I've got 7 files. So now I am in cahoots with the master branch, even though I'm on the feature branch. I can even do a git ref log. And you can see from the git ref log that it says that I've done a merge with the master branch, and fast forward merge there at the very least. Yeah. So on branch fun feature, so it looks like everything's working there. Now the only problem is if I actually go to GitLab and take a look at the fun feature, I've only got 5 files there. So how do I change that? Well, that's all fixed fairly easy. All I have to do is a git push origin, provide my credentials, And hey, it's not there. Haha, tricked ya. All I had to do was refresh, and now the server has all of those files updated on it. And so that's one way to do a merge from the master directory, from the master branch, into a feature branch or any other branch that you have in your environment. Now, if you've got protected branches or you're working on the server, you may want to do that a little bit differently. And so taking a look at my branches, I've got the develop branch, I've got the fun feature branch, hotfix branch. I haven't actually merged anything into the release branch lately. So you notice 3 minutes ago, 44 minutes ago, an hour ago, but 1 day ago was the last time the release branch actually had anything in it. And in fact, that release branch, I think all that's got is a create. So there's not much there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 files plus the README, so 4 in total a day ago. Yeah, not much going on there. So let's say I wanted to merge from master into the release branch. And given the fact that it's protected and master is protected as well. Well, what I can do is I can issue a merge request. And so I'm going to pretend I'm two people. Maybe I'm a developer and I would like to have master merged into the release branch. What I can do is I can create a new merge request and I can say, hey, there's that master branch. That's the source branch. And I want to merge master into the release branch. Click compare branches and continue because it'll tell me if there's any merge conflicts. And the title is, what would we call this? We will call this merge master into release branch example. And of course, if you're a developer and you need to find someone who has rights to merge things into the release branch, you will find them as an assignee. Now, I've only got me as a user on this environment, but let's pretend I've got other users. I don't want to confuse people who've just kind of downloaded or installed the tool with a bunch of new users that they hadn't created. But let's just pretend. So I'm going to assign that to the administrator. I'm not going to set any milestones or labels. I'm going to submit the merge request. And now the merge request goes in. And the next time somebody who has got those maintainer permissions on the release branch will have an opportunity to approve that. Now you can see I've got the ability to approve that here because I am both the person who created the request and also approved it. But I'm going to log in and pretending I'm a different user, but a user who is, a maintainer with maintainer rights on that release branch. So I log in, oh, it's a great day, I've just logged in, there's my project that I'm working on, and what should I do? And oh, look at that, one merge request. Well, those got to be handled. What is this merge request? Well, I can see that the administrator has asked me to merge master into the release branch, so I'll take a look at it. Might even go and take a look at that release branch right now. So there's the release branch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 files in it. The master branch has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 files in it. But you know what? There's no conflicts. Everything looks good. So me as the maintainer, I've got the ability to now merge master into this release branch. So I'm going to click on this green merge button that's just calling me to merge it. I'll click merge. And all of a sudden I get a message that says it's been merged successfully. And if I go back to my repository, look at the different branches, take a look at the release branch. Now the release branch has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 files on it. So the merge has been successful. Now, of course, if I go back to my client machine, the client does have that release branch. On the client machine, I'll go git checkout release. I'll do an ls, and you notice I've only got 4 files in there, kind of the 3 development files and the README. And so if you actually want that merge to be incorporated in your client machines, well, have them go onto their local machines and do a pull. So if I do a git pull here, it's going to pull those files in. If I do an ls after the pull, you notice that my client machine is now in sync with the releases directory on the server. And so there you go. Those are 2 separate ways that you can merge from the master branch into any branch that you have in your GitLab environment, be it a feature branch that was developed in the client or potentially a protected branch that is part of your GitFlow workflow. And there you go. That's how easy it is to merge from master into any branch on GitLab. So if you want to learn more about GitLab, follow through on this series of GitLab tutorials. If you want to learn more about Git, or for that matter, anything going on the server side from microservices to Docker to enterprise software development, head over to theserverside.com. And if you're on Twitter, follow me at CameronMCNZ.